Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kiana, and today we're going to be doing a book talk. Now, the book that we are going to that I'm going to be reviewing today is no other than Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I absolutely loved this book. This is the first book I read this month, and this is actually my first book review I'm going to be doing here on my channel. It's going to be this book because of how much I love it. Now, basically, the summary of this book is it's about a boy named Simon, and he's gay, but nobody knows except for one boy named Blue that he has been emailing back and forth since the beginning of his junior year. Now, the thing is, they don't know who each other are. Simon goes as Jacques, and the other boy goes as Blue, but the only thing they know about each other is they both go to the same high school. One day, Simon logs onto his email at school and he logs on to email Blue, but forgets to log out. And this kid named Martin goes on, finds it, takes pictures of it, and goes to Simon and basically says, if you do not help me get together with your friend Abby, then the entire school and the entire town is going to find out that you're gay. I love this book. I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. It took me a little while to read it because when I started this, I had just began my finals, reviewing for my finals and all that. But I loved this either way. I loved it no matter what. Simon was my favorite. And yeah, this is just like the non-spoilery things about this book, but I absolutely loved it. Now moving on to the spoilery part of this review. While I was reading this book, I was with Simon trying to figure out who Blue was. At first, I thought it was Nick, like a lot of people must have thought, but then after a while, I thought, what if it's that kid from his drama class, the one with the really blue eyes because of his name, you know, Blue. He had blue-green eyes. When I found out that it was Bram, I was so confused. I was like, wait, it's Bram? And then when I found that out, I went back to the part where it was giving hints like I'm named after a president. I was like, Bram. And then when he said Abraham, I was like, I'm really stupid not to think of that. I loved when they met at the carnival. I honestly really thought that the book was going to end right there and then. When they found each other, if that was gonna happen, I was gonna be like, I hate this. No, never gonna read a contemporary again. But when we got a couple of fluffy scenes like them in class, him meeting Simon's family, I absolutely loved that. I was like, this is so cute and everything, and I absolutely adored that part. I loved another part that it wasn't just about relationships in this book. It was a lot about friendship. Like, Simon and his group of friends, they're so close, and I love that. Like, when it's somebody's birthday, they get a cake no matter what. Like, it's mandatory to get a cake, and you cannot get a piece of cake if you're not wearing a party hat. I love that. I wish my friends would do that. I mean, we do some things like that. Like, when it's someone's birthday, we try really, really hard to get something for their birthday. If it's a present, you know, little things, we get that, and we do celebrate their birthdays. But they go full out cake in school. Like, I love that. That was my favorite. One thing that annoyed me about the group was how jealous Leah was over Abby, because Abby was the new girl. She came in and she was invading their group, and that kind of annoyed me. But then when it got on to Simon talking to Leah, and Leah was like, we found out why Leah didn't like her. I felt so sorry for her, and she used sarcasm to get over it, and that's something I do, and I feel hurt with my friends. But that really annoyed me, how much Leah would be sarcastic and snap at everything that Abby did, or snap at people who agreed with Abby and all that. I found that really, really childish. My personal opinion, I found that childish, and I just wish that that wasn't in the book, that she would have womaned up and went to Abby and was like, hey, can we talk, you know, and try to deal with it like that. Another thing I liked about this book was that how the family was really, really close. Like, that's something you don't always see in YA books, is families being close. It's either you live with your mom, you live with your dad, or you hate both of your parents. No, with this book, they were absolutely really close, and I liked that. I liked how they watched the same show, and then an hour later they were talking to their oldest daughter who was away at college and talking about the book, and I was like, that's really, really cute. I absolutely love that. And I thought that was adorable. And then their Christmas, their Facebook scavenger hunts to find the corniest, like, updates and all that, I found that hilarious. And, like, that's something my family does as well. When we go on Facebook and we find the stuff, we share it with each other. And I was like, that was something I can relate with personally and physically. Last thing we're going to talk about is the Martin thing. The Martin thing annoyed me to death. I really didn't like Martin in this book. Like, you find out, you log into the computer and you see that somebody's logged into their email. The first thing I would do is log that person out and then log out of their account and log into mine. I wouldn't snoop through their email. Like, that's invading privacy, and I was really upset that he actually did that. And when he went to Simon and he said that, that was something I didn't like, and that made me not like Simon. But then when he thought that Simon was getting together with Abby, and it pissed him off, and then he outed him on Tumblr to everybody, and everybody found out. I was really upset with that. I was like, why would you do that? Like, you're mad because you're not with the girl. The girl doesn't like you. She likes Nick. It was like point blank period. She liked Nick this entire story, and Nick liked her back. And you're mad because of that. So instead of talking to Simon and like, hey, yeah, you know, I know she doesn't like me, so I'm gonna move on. No, you go on and you be a douche and you put him on Tumblr with that he's gay and he's open for threesomes with 2 guys and all that. I was like, that's not cool whatsoever, and that really upset me. And he tried to play the victim when the jock guys came after Simon, and he started crying in the drama teacher's classroom. And I was just like, no, you're fake. You did this to him. You should deal with the consequences. And I was really, really upset that he just emailed him apology. I think that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, because of that, and it annoyed me to death. The entire Martin thing really bothered me, that he would blackmail him. Like, who would be an asshole to do that? Like, that really bothered me. I loved how Simon, the first person Simon came out to was Abby. And I liked that, even though that wasn't his best friend like how Nick and Leah were. He came out to a person he felt comfortable with. And the way he did it, he was just like, yeah, I'm gay. I was dying because he's so sarcastic. And that's really how teenagers are. We're sarcastic. We don't mean anything. Like, we don't mean half the things we say. We just say it in a sarcastic way. And I also love that about this book, that she actually did it. Real, that we have our fandoms that we're in and we fight with them. And that's something I absolutely loved. I loved how he came out to her. And then she was okay with it and she tried to help him. But when Leah and Nick found out how they just came to his house and was like, they didn't say anything, they just stared at him, that really bothered me. Like, you know, you should have just asked him, like, hey, I saw this of you on Tumblr, and I want to know, is it true? Like, how his sisters, his relationship with his sisters. I'm all over the place right now. I did not plan this out. I've been trying so hard to get this done the past couple of days, and to get it done now, I'm rushing through it. I am so sorry. But how that was with everyone finding out, they were really supportive of him, and they were ready to attack anybody who came at Simon sideways, and I freaking love that. But yeah, these are all my thoughts about Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love this. I can't wait to read The Upside of Unrequited by her. I hear a lot of great reviews about that. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys like this. I really do. I hope this encourages you guys to go now and read this, because it is truly an amazing book that I love. So, yeah. My name's Kiana. I post every Monday and either Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided on the other day, but I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!